Well, guys, I'm standing by Jeff Gordon here. We've got the order, as you said. It's they're going to invert 4. Jeff, pretty awesome performance there in that first segment, but a little bit of concern. What's going on under the hood here?
We had a little bit of a miss earlier in the day, and we thought we got rid of it, but it still has a little bit of a miss. I don't think it's anything that's really hurting the performance. It's just there, on your mind.
Well, I heard you say on the radio before you came in for this pit stop to leave it like it was. I can't imagine changing much on that race car.
I'd hate to change anything. You just never know what this next segment's going to be like. We're going to be in traffic, and it's going to be a little bit different. I mean, we started 4th in that first segment, so I'm pretty happy about starting 4th, but I got Mark in front of me and Sterling and Bobby beside me. It's going to be a little bit tougher this time, I believe.
Well, so the rest of the field certainly hopes so, but so far things have gone Jeff Gordon's way. Can you imagine, guys, this car missing and running that well?
Everybody looking on. Brooke Gordon waiting. Pressure is on.
He says Jared can win this thing.
If they are going to have to, they're going to have a clean start here. And if they have to abort the start because of somebody jumping, they won't do it till the drivers get out of turn 2. They don't want to stack up the whole field. Let's see if we have a clean start. 10 laps, $200,000 to win the All-Star race, the Winston. Ray Evernham, his job is done. Green flag. Gordon got a great start.
Here it is. Bobby Labonte goes by Jarrett to take over second.
Caution is coming out. Jeff Gordon apparently jumped the start. And we said they won't put a caution out until they exit turn 2. And the caution lights are on. The flag is waving. Apparently they're going to do another start.
Wow.
They're going to start them off even, says race director David Hoots. As we monitor the NASCAR radio in our ears up here in the booth, they say there's too much on the line. We're going to start them off even. And that's what we told you. If they had forced the start, they were going to put the caution out, exiting turn 2 so as to not stack up the whole world.
You can see Ray Evernham right there talking with the NASCAR official right now. He's pleading his case.
The green was waving just like they said in Daytona. Okay? It's the same thing.
NASCAR Tower just said, please thank the crew chief for telling your driver this is keep it in line. You heard the officials say, thank you, sir. You also heard the Hendrick team officials right there pleading their case.
Well, this is just like Saturday night stock car racing, isn't it? Any little short track, quarter mile, third mile, half mile in your neighborhood, this goes on every Saturday night. Look at the intensity on Ray, on Evernham's face. Oh, boy.
He's laughing, though. He's having a good time.
Oh, he is.
His car's coming in.
10 laps to settle it all for $200,000 and the win in the All-Star event. Green flag. They're basically 2 by 2, but as they come to the stripe, Gordon's got a car lane lead.
The flagman shook his head. It was a good start. Jeff Gordon has a good lead coming off turn 1. And right now, Bobby Labonte has got by the 88 car there of Jarrett.
Now in 3rd with Labonte, the man in the middle. Riding with Jeff Bodine back in 8th.
See about all these horses in the back with all the fresh tires. So far, the guys with 2 tires are running away from them.
1 lap gone, 9 to go. Mr. Gordon has set sail.
Whoa, look at this.
Yep, it's Saturday night heat racing right now with 10 laps to go, 9 laps to go as we go down the back straightaway. The reason the front cars are breaking away right now is these guys are running side by side, trying to get to the front. When they run side by side, they're not as quick as cars in line.
You are exactly right. That's just what's happened. The front of the field with just those 2 fresh tires, off they go. They wind up one behind the other as opposed to the guys behind them who race side by side.
MCI timing and scoring across the top of the screen, reminding you that 10-3-2-1, the numbers to dial and save up to 50%.
Gordon, that last lap, 177 miles an hour, 2 miles an hour faster than Bobby Labonte in second spot.
And the reason we're not showing you Jeff right now is because ain't nobody else near him, folks.
No, he's gone.
Nobody.
I'm going to tell you, that's got to be a wonderful feeling to have that much race car. And Jeff Gordon made no mistake about it. When they went back in the high gear, 24, look at going down the back straightaway. You're riding with the leader of the Nothing in front of him but racetrack.
He's got 1 2/10 seconds on those behind him.
Well, here's why. Look at this. Look at this steering wheel, buddy.
Yeah, that's down the straightaway now. We got to look at him earlier in the race, and his hands were virtually still through the corner. They still look pretty good, I'll tell you.
Turn right now.
Yeah, there it is. That'll do it right there.
That's hero material right there. Ray Evernham has to be proud. He's done a wonderful job of setting his car up. And you know what? Every time you come to Charlotte, that 24 is out front.
Yep.
Only Davey Allison, Dale Earnhardt, and Jeff Gordon have won this event more than once. Earnhardt's won it 3 times. The late Davey Allison twice, Jeff Gordon twice. May well be thrice here in about 2.5 minutes time.
Yeah, and he's also won the Open. Boy, for a kid his age, he sure is rewriting the record book and putting his name all over it.
Let's watch Jeff Bodine as a comparison now. He's got the challenge of Sterling Marlin on the inside. Watch Jeff's hands now in the turn.
You can see Jeff kind of giving it a little tug there as he goes through the corner, and then coming off, he's trying to right the car. Not quite as smooth as the 24 Jeff Gordon, but still a good race car.
Good right there. That's what you want to be able to do. Hold the steering wheel.
Better at one end of the speedway than the other.
Yep.
4 laps to go, Eli.
Well, unless something happens to old Blacker. That's the car Blacker right there.
They ought to call that the magic Blacker. That car has done things that other race cars, if you build one that ever even comes close to that, you would have to use it every chance you have.
Oh, he has. He's won, what, a dozen, 13 races with that thing?
You know, Bobby Labonte and those guys, though, they look like they're catching Jeff Gordon to me.
Maybe just by a tick of the clock. That's a good battle on the screen right there. Bill Elliott in the 94, Sterling Marlin in the 40. Second place is still good. Bobby Labonte ahead of Mark Martin. I asked Ray Evernham the other day, I said, why don't you bring one of the oldest cars in your stable?
Money maker.
Well, he said, it's a good car, he said, but if you end up getting into an accident, he said, I'd rather lose an old car than, for instance, our California car, as he put it, the car they ran a few weeks ago. Good second place battle here. Mark Martin says, if I can't catch Jeff, I'd better get more money here.
Mark Martin put 2 wheels below the white line there to get under Bobby Labonte and take over second spot. What a drive. Jeff Gordon has it.
Jeff Gordon has broken on the white flag lap. Jeff Gordon has broken on the white flag lap. They are racing for the win here in the Winston. They're racing for the win in the Winston. Mark Martin leads. Bobby Labonte is second. They are coming to the checkered flag.
Eli, I told you they were catching him. I noticed it. All of a sudden, Jeff Gordon was off.
Maybe the engine miss he talked about earlier has struck. Mark Martin wins his first career Winston. Unbelievable. Remarkable. And Jeff Gordon's car limping at maybe 20 miles an hour around the racetrack. Mark Martin has won, and Ray Evernham cannot believe what he's just seen. Glenn?
Well, we'll ask him, Ray, did he say what happened?
Says it's acting like it ran out of gas, so I don't know. I find that hard to believe, but we'll have to find out.
Anything to do maybe with the miss that was going on?
Don't know. Really don't know exactly what happened there. Honestly, don't know.
Okay, thanks, guys. They're just mystified as we are. Unbelievable is the key word.
Holy cow. I mean, that's remarkable.
Well, we promised you before this show started that this is a race where you can expect the unexpected, and it looked like a runaway for Jeff Gordon. Last lap, the car just dies.
Mark Martin wins his first career Winston. We will talk to the principals. Don't you go away. What a night. Oh, glad you've shared it with us here on TNN Motorsports. Jeff Gordon, unbelieving as he heads to the hall.
No. And we are back in victory lane at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Mark Martin is climbing from his car victorious. A bizarre turn of events. There was no question that he had the and Mark falls on me. There was no question that he had the fastest car there with the 4 tires, but boy, you had a great car, but it didn't look like it was going to happen. Then wow, things turned your way, Mark.
Unfortunate for Jeff Gordon and those guys. They did the right thing. They had her won, and I don't know what happened to them, but we probably didn't do the right thing taking 4, but I was afraid if we took 2, we'd be the only ones, and then we would get beat. So we had a good car. We lucked out tonight. Gordon was strong, man, and they did all the right moves. He jumped out there and got way ahead. But I want to thank Eagle One, Valvoline Cummins, Ford Taurus, Goodyear Tires, Bugles, Bosch, all these guys that work on this car, because they're the ones that are doing it. My little buddy Matt finally got here.
Matt's in victory. Mark, we were watching you. You were reeling him in, but what went through your mind when you went by, Jeff, when you saw him just slow all at once?
I saw him slow, and I knew, I'm pretty stupid because I forget a lot, but I knew it was the white flag, not the checkered flag, and I saw him slow at the white flag, and I said, oh, he's going to make a race. You know, he's going to let it catch up and make a show here. And he never started going again, and I couldn't believe it. I just, you know, tough break for those guys. They deserve to win it, but we'll take it.
But you won it, and along with that, a $257,500 payday.
Thanks, Winston. You guys are awesome, and thank all these race fans. Man, I don't know how many people were here tonight, but it was a bunch.
It certainly was, and they got to see a spectacular finish to the Winston. Once again, Mark Martin, his first Winston victory ever.
Well, Eli, he just came out of the truck. Jeff, any idea what happened? Did it run out of gas?
I guess it did. We're still not exactly sure. It certainly acted like it ran out of gas. Fuel pump, or, you know, fuel pressure went down. You know, I was praying that it was a broken fuel pump, because I'd much rather something break than us make a mistake. And it's unfortunate. I tell you what, I want to thank DuPont Automotive Finishes and Chromalusion. That was an awesome-looking car, and it ran as good as it looked. And sorry we couldn't bring it home for them.
When did you have an idea there was a problem?
Well, you know, they told me 2 to go, and I wasn't exactly sure what they said, because, you know, I couldn't exactly hear real clear on my radio. And when I came down, I come off of 4, and I felt it start to sputter. And I was like, please be the checkered, please be the checkered. And it was the white, and I looked up, and I saw Mark coming, and I said, well, it's all yours, Mark. And he was fast. He ran a great race, and, you know, we made that 2-tire stop. We knew we were going to make a 2-tire stop. It was a great call, great race car, and unfortunately, we just had our problems.
Well, Blacker gave him a great run, just wasn't the finish in payday. He won it. Eli?
There's Jeff Bodine.
What happened to his nose?
Oh, it's one of those breathe right strips.
Oh, good.
Come on.
It's one of those breathe right strips that the athletes use, something that none of us use in the booth, I might add. But,
we probably need it.
The competitors say it really helps regardless. I mean, football players, basketball, what have you, it really helps you breathe
Look
better.
at Dell.
Look at you,
I'm happy to say Stevie looks wonderful.
Yeah. Well,
Not
last
so
year
sure about her date.
we had the Elvis suit last year. Look at those sunglasses.
I think those sunglasses are uglier than the ones he had last year.
Steve Burns, why don't you talk with whomever that is?
This is a new look for you, Darrell. It looks good on you.
Well, you know, it's my I'm having a coming out party, I think. I don't know what I'm doing, to tell you the truth, but I feel good. You know, that's the main thing. You gotta, it's for the show, man. You know, anything for the show. That's what we're all here for, is the show.
Darrell, we talked earlier about how you're such a cagey veteran. You ate dinner, took a shower. Did you really take a nap?
I took a little snooze there. You know, I just want to relax and be calm and cool, and I really feel like this thing might just fall in my lap tonight. Now, the thing is, if it don't fall in my lap and I'm not ready for it, that'd be bad news. But I really think this thing's going to come to me tonight. I feel good about the car. It's been going pretty well all afternoon, and I feel like I got a pretty good game plan tonight.
Not to mention coming off a 5th-place finish at California.
Well, it's that Pennzoil, you know. That Pennzoil Chevrolet is slick, and she's getting the job done, and I'm going to take her to the front.
Nice shades.
Thank you very much. These are convertible riding shades.
Nice night for it.
You know, when you take them off, things will look better.
We hope so.
He'll look better, too.
I'm with the other Waltrip. He's right behind his brother. First thing I want to ask you is, Darrell said it was a coming out party. What's he coming out of?
I wish he'd come out of them stupid-looking glasses. That's the best thing he can come out of. He's rejuvenated, that's for sure. He's been impressive to watch since he got in Dale's car, and I'm real proud for him. Except I ain't been able to keep up with him, and I liked it better when he was the other Waltrip on the track.
All right, you won this thing a year or 2 years ago. Can you do it again?
I hope so. It was awesome, Glenn. When this was my stage one night, I owned this place for one night. If I didn't do anything else yet, maybe I can do it again tonight, and then I will officially not have won 2 races.
All right. We've heard it all from Michael Waltrip.
Oh, Michael Waltrip, a legend.